is Mr. Mark, and today I'm going to show you how to make an e-portfolio. First thing we're going to look at is the structure of the e-portfolio. All e-portfolios have a home page, and ours is going to have a home page too. As you can see at the top here, our home page is going to have your name. In this case, I use John Doe, and underneath I'm going to put e-portfolio. Also on your home page, we're going to have the NIS logo, a favicon, a quote, and a footer. And I'll explain what those are when I actually do it for you. You're going to need an About Me page to describe who you are, little things about you, where you come from, maybe something about your family, your hobbies, or your favorite subject in school. Then you're going to need to have all your classes in one location. In this case, the classes represent the year that you're in studying, grade 6, grade 7, grade 8. And then you put your classes underneath that, and I'll show you how to do that. Also, I want you to link to my website in your menu, your navigation menu. Okay, so let's get started. So the first thing we want to do is go to our Google Drive, and we want to go to the folder where we're going to create the Google site. This keeps you from having to move it later on. So once you go here, you can go to New, and you go down to More, and you find Google Sites, and it's right here. And you open it up. And this is the basic layout of the Google site. If you start from the top left side, this is the place where you put your title. Then you move across to the right, and you'll see every time you change something right here, it will say all changes saved in the drive. And if I type something, it should say saving, and let you know that all changes are being saved to the drive. So I'm going to put this here for right now, and we'll go to the right, and if you make a mistake, you undo your last action. If you want to redo the action, you press this button here. If you want to see what your website looks like published, you press right here under the preview, and it'll just bring it up. This is what your basic website looks like published. Okay, so let's get rid of this part right here. And we're just going to call this, I'm going to name this my name, Mark Hefner e-portfolio. Just like that. And that'll be the name of my website. Okay, so once you change the name here, when you go to your website, and you can see it right here in the middle, it should update and change this site as well. And there you can see it. It says Mark Hefner ePortfolio. It has changed it. These is your sharing settings. If you want to set who sees this, who can edit it, who has access to it, you would change all those settings here. Over here we have some additional settings. The version history. You can duplicate this site, report a problem, help and take a tour. That's Google stuff. Google gives you a tour or gives you a way to request help. Okay, over here we have the publish button, and this is the button. We'll get into that in a minute. Over here is your account, where you are, and this over here is more or less your toolbox. We have the insert menu where you put things inside of it, your pages menu, and your themes menu. So pages is where you add pages to your website, and themes is where you pick colors and fonts and things like that. Okay, and if you hover down at the bottom, there's a place to add a footer, and we're going to add a footer to this as well. So let's start changing this website. So the first thing I'm going to do is give it a title. Now before we looked at our content here, we said we're going to name it, and then we're going to put ePortfolio underneath it. So let's name it Mr. Mark Hefner, because I'm a Mr. And I'm going to put e-portfolio underneath it. And I'm going to center that too, just like that. Okay, so now let's do something else. Let's change the header type. Now we can have title only, a banner, which looks like something you would see on Facebook or Instagram, a large banner, and a cover banner. The cover banner for an e-portfolio It's supposed to be something that would inspire you. For example, let's look at changing this picture in the background to something that's a lot nicer. So let's select an image. When you select an image, you can either do it here in the gallery with a bunch of different pictures, colors, and shapes, or you can go and you can put a URL, a uniform reference locator here, a web address, or you can search for something. So let's just search for something. And you see here it says results shown are labeled for commercial reuse with modification. And those are the ones that you want to use. So that means you can legally use somebody else's material on your website. So let's put scenic. Scenic. Let's see what comes up. Oh, we don't want that. SCE, scenery. Sometimes you just have to keep looking to find something that looks amazing. And so this looks pretty awesome. And then you just pick something that means something to you. So I'm going to put this river scenery because it looks pretty cool. And then it will, if you notice down here, it says adjusting for readability. It's going to make sure that my text is able to read. Now, if we go back to our picture here, it says we have a John Doe ePortfolio, and we need to add the NIS logo, a favicon, which is the NIS logo too, a quote, and a footer. Now this part is pretty new. They didn't have this before, so let me show you how this is going to work. Right here is a button. You press it, it looks like a cogwheel, and you come over here, it says navigation, brand images, viewer tools, and analytics. So right now let's go ahead and put my navigation, instead of on the top, I want to put it on the side over here. And then for my brand images, we have logo and favicon. A favicon is that little image that appears at the top of every tab above a web page. And the logo is the company logo. So let's select the logo. I'm pretty sure I can find one in my Google Drive. If I search for logo, let's put NIS logo, like that. And I'm sure it'll pop up because I've put it here before. You may have to add it to your website. And there's my NIS logo. And I'm going to insert that there. And for my favicon, I'm going to do the same way. I'm going to go to my Google Drive, and I'm going to look for my NIS favicon. And that one might not be there, so let's just see if it's there, the one that I usually use. Nope, these are favicons that other students are using on their website. So let me try to search for NIS logo. And I think this is the one I usually use right there. So let me insert it. So I have my favicon and I have my logo. There's my favicon and here's my logo. And that's it. And you just close them out. Okay, so if I look at my website now, it's starting to take shape. There's my logo up here next to the title of my website, and then here the main title and ePortfolio. Okay, so let's close that out. If I want to see what it looks like on a tablet, I'll click this button here. If I want to see what it looks like on a phone, I'll click this button here. So let's go back to our editing version of our portfolio. Now the next thing I want to add is a quote. So first, let's get the page ready for the quote. So I need to add a text box right below my name. So all you have to do is double click and it brings up a small menu. If you want to add an image, you click here. If you want to upload something, you click here. If you want something from your Google Drive, you click here. And if you want to embed something, you click here. So let's click in the middle to add a text box. And there it is right there. So I'm going to put a quote right here. So I need a quote is something inspirational that somebody says that means something to you. So you need to add the quote, what they say, and their name next to it. So let's see. I want to find an inspirational quote. So I'm going to go to Google and search for it. Quotes. And then I start getting some be positive inspirational quotes. Okay, I found something here. Let's see, which one? If you don't like it, you just go to another one. Let's look at this one. 56 motivational quotes about life and success. And you just find one that means something for you. I like this one. People who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. Let's just copy that real quick. Copy, and then we go back to our e-portfolio and we'll just add it right here. Paste. And let me make this italic so it's like this is the person talking. Rob's. Okay, great. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Let's go back and look. Let's see, which one? Footer. We need a footer. So your footer can be something simple, or it can be a little bit more. So let's look at our footer down here. So let's put add a footer. And here's our footer. So for my footer, I'm going to sit into the text and I'm going to put Mr. Mark Hefner. And then I'm going to put my email address. And then I want to put, let's see, do I want to put anything else? I'm going to put copyright 2020. That looks pretty good. Now if I want to add a bit more to this, I can give it some color. And there's my color. And that's it. The home page is done, I think. Let's look. Favicon quote footer NIS logo. Yep, that's it. The home page is done. Okay, so next we're going to add some pages. So to add pages, you have to come over to our little toolbox over here and you go to the Pages tab and you click it. Now this is our home page, so it says Home. Down at the bottom you have a plus symbol here. Now if I put my mouse over it, it'll open up a smaller window and some little titles next to it. The new page will add a new page, and the new link will add a new link. For example, let's add my website to this with the new link part. So this is really simple. All you have to do is find the web page you want to add. So my web page is here. This is my website. This is what you have to add as well. And you can see it is Mr. Marks CSADL/home. So we go back to my ePortfolio and I put that HTML link right there. And then I click done. Oh, and we got to give it a name. Mr. Marks website. Just like that. And you can see over here on the side, if we click the menu, it's right there. Now I can either put it next to my home page or I can put it underneath it. In other words, embed it. So if I want to embed it, I'll drop it right there. Now it's underneath. Now when I look at it over here, you can see it's offset just a little bit to show that it's part of the home page. So I'm going to put it right there for now. Now to add a page, you go back to the plus sign and you click new page. So what page do we want to add? So we want to add the About Me page. So we're just going to add it, and you can do that one later. I'm not going to go too much into detail on that page, but let's just add it for now and call it About Me. And that's it. That's all you have to do. Then click done, and there it is right there. There's your About Me page. Okay, so let's move on. So now we have our classes. Classes 2019/20. So let's go back over here and let's add a new page, and we're going to call this Classes 2019/20, and we'll click Done. Now if you notice, it made the page, but it put the page underneath the home page. It also did that for the About Me page. I really don't want it there, so go ahead and grab it, left click and drag it to the home page. When it turns into a blue box, release the mouse, and then it'll set it next to it. Oh, don't put it. Wait. Okay, you left click on it and you put it when it's a line underneath the home page. And that, or above it. And then drag that home page back up to the top. And there we go. And you can see it looks like that now. So here's our classes. Now inside our classes, we need to add some subpages. And the subpages we're going to add is English, Math, Music, Art, CSNDL, that's this class, the computer class, and Art. So let's go and add the subpages. So add a subpage. You just click on the three dots. Did you see that? Let me do it again. Classes. Click on the three dots, add a subpage. And this is going to be English. And then we go back to the three dots, add a subpage. Math. Three dots, add a subpage. Art. Three dots, add a subpage. Music. Let's see what else we got. Science. Three dots, add a subpage. And add a subpage. Computer Science and Digital Literacy, CSNDL, which is right there. Now, if you don't like the order that these are in, you can move these around. For example, if I put them in alphabetical order, it'll go just like this. Let's put this one here, and then English, Math, Music, Science, and there you go, that's alphabetical order. And if you look over here in the menu over here, you can see they all fall under this right here. And the page that you're on is highlighted in blue in this case here. Now, if I don't like these fonts that I'm adding here and I want to change everything, I would click on Themes. And in Themes, I can change color, font style, and then the basic layout. For example, this is the font style for this one here, which I kind of like. But if I don't like the color, I can pick another color. Or if I want it to be yellowish or goldish or something, or a bit of bluish, like from the night. Or I can just do it like that, or make it green, or like that. See how fast everything changes? Notice the bar at the top is changing when I click on it. If I don't like that font, I can just click right there. It'll add a new font to it. So I'm going to leave it as green. Well, blue. I like blue. Okay, so that's our CSNDL page. So let's look and see. So we got that there. That's basically it. So we have our home page, our About Me, our classes, and Mr. Mark's website. So what do we do now that we have everything that we need? You can see it all right here. So we have to publish our website. So we click Publish. Now, if you notice down here, it says the website name is sites.google.com/nis.ac.th. And it says that because this is the school's website. And then after that, it's going to give the title name that I gave it before, Mark Hefner ePortfolio. And then I can say, who can view my site? And then I can say anyone at NIS can view it. And if I want to change that, I would click Manage. And then I would control who would see it or not see it. So let's go ahead and let's see. Anyone at NIS can see it and find when done. Okay, that's what we want. And then we push Publish. So it says your site has been published successfully. Now click view and let's see what this site looks like. And there it is right there. Here's the About Me page. Here's the home page and everything there. Now let's go to the home page real quick. Now, when I asked you to send me something like your ePortfolio, you would send me the home page. But if I ask you to send me a specific page someplace, then you would have to go to that page and send me that specific page. As you can see, the address is changing up here. Mark Hefner E-portfolio. This is my classes page, 2019/20. And here we have the art page, the English page, and you can see it change up here. So if I ask you to create a page and put it underneath a page, then you have to find that page. For example, let's look at a typical assignment. Let's go to my Google Classroom, open up Classroom. Let's look at grade 6 and an assignment that I asked to add a page. Google Drive Maintenance Part 2. And let's view the assignment and the instructions. So it says, to help you remember what a clean Google Drive looks like, please take the screenshots in your Google Drive Maintenance Q4 folder and add them to your ePortfolio. To do this, you must add a new web page under your CSNDL page in your ePortfolio. Please name your web page Google Drive Maintenance. So let me copy that here, and it's supposed to go under my CSNDL page. So here's my CSNDL. I'm going to add the subpage, and then I'm going to paste that name in there, Google Drive Maintenance, and it's there. So quick, so easy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. That's what my son says. Okay, and that's how you add a subpage. Now you've made a change and you have to publish again. If you don't publish every time you make a change, I can't see it if I review your website. Now it's going to show what you did. On the left side it says added Google Drive Maintenance. That's the change that you made. And Google Drive Maintenance is not published. So over here it says currently published. This page is not yet published yet. So you got to publish it. So you just click publish. And there it is. It is published now. Now I'm going to ask you in the assignment, it says publish your web page and add the published link to this assignment. So the published link, when I go back to the web page here, this is the editable version of the website here. This is the published version of the website. Now, if I ask for a certain page, don't give me the home page. Right? Here's the home page. I don't want to hunt for your assignment or your work. I want to go straight to it. So make sure you go to the page that you just created, which is this one here, and you can see it in the address, and copy this address and turn that in to Google Classroom. One more thing I forgot to share is the Insert tab over in the toolbar on the right side. In the Insert tab at the top, you have the text box tool. If you click it, it will just bring up a text box, just like that. And then you can type whatever you want to in it. And when you type, you have options. You can make it a title text, you can make it a heading text, or a subheading, or you can make it very small. For example, usually for my footer, I make it very small, like that. But here you might want to make it a title text, something like that. Usually also I'll add an extra row, and I'll keep my title up here, and I'll make it look pretty like that. Well, that one doesn't look pretty. Let me change it in the theme. There we go. I'll change it something like that. There's so much you can do just by playing with it. And then you can type whatever you want to type. Okay, so let's go back here to the insert. Images. If you click on images, let's say I want to put an image. I'm going to put my cursor here and then click images. You got either upload or select. If it's on your computer, you put upload, but if it's not on your computer, you just put select. And you can select by URL, which is it's someplace on the internet, Google image search, photos, or Google Drive. So with Google image search, you just search for images that you would like. For example, sunsets. And you'll find a nice sunset, something like that. And then you click it once, and then you insert it. And there's your image. Now when you put an image inside here, you have different options. So this is one option. If you click right here, it uncrops it, and it looks like that. But if you spread it out all the way to here, and you click uncrop, it's going to fill the page. I don't like that. However, if I want just the first part of it, just in the middle, I can make it small like this, and then I can hit the crop part of it, and from that I can change it to how I want it to look. Let's do it right here. Make it smaller, or make it larger like that, and then I can move the sunset right to where I want it, kind of like right there. And click OK. And that's how you crop the image. But if that's not the size I want, I can always do it like this. And then crop it. There's a lot you can do with the little, when you play with it like that. Okay, so if you have an image in Drive, you just click on Drive, and then you just find it. Usually if you've looked at it recently, you can press reset and then you'll find it right away. For example, if I wanted to throw in one of the S-Lows, to just put it here for whatever reason. Or I can drag it and put it up there. So one thing you might want to notice is there's some vertical lines going back and forth, and as you move it, the picture or whatever it is you're doing locks into place, just like that. If I want to make it bigger, I can drag it out to fill the page, like that. Okay, so let's move down. Now if I want to make layouts automatically, I can click here and I can add a simple layout like this, or a double layout, or a big picture and a small picture over here. And these plus signs are just for you to find your image. Select image. And then I can go for Google image search and search for sunsets. Put it like that, and I can select whichever one that I want. And click insert. And then do it again. Select the image, Google image search, sunset. And I'll pick that one there. Then I do with this one here, and I select image, Google image search, sunset, and then I can, that's a nice one, fill it in like that. This area where I put the pictures, I can change a little here. I can either give it a colored background like that, or I can give it an image, and just like before, I can select the image, whatever it is. Like for example, if I want to pick one of these, I can do it like that. Or if I can't see the color that I want, I can go down here and select image, And then I can go search and I pick the color that I want. I can just type it out, pink. And then I can just add the pink color that I find. So there's a lot you can do. You just have to play with it. And then you got the 3 layers, layer and text, and you can put 4 pictures like this here. Okay, then you can do collapsible text, table of contents. I don't use these two that much, but that doesn't mean you won't use them if you find use for them. Image carousel, where you take pictures and the picture rotates on its own. If you want to add buttons, for example, if you wanted to add a press here to make something happen, and you give it a link, for example, to go to your classes, and you would put it like that. And then once somebody presses on it, it would change. It would take you to the other page because we made it do that. You can insert a divider, and a divider looks like that. You can put in YouTube videos, calendars, maps, Google Documents, Google Slides, Google Sheets, Google Forms, and Google Charts, like that. And if you don't like anything you put up there, there's this little trash can right here, and you just click it, click it, click it, click it, click it, click it, click the trash can, click it, click it, click it, click it, and everything's gone. Remember, after you make a change, you always have to publish, and it tells you what your changes are, and it shows you as an example of your changes, and then you publish. And remember, never send me this version of your website. Always send me the view version, and this is the view version here. This is what it looks like. The About Me page, the different classes, and you can see them on the side, and for example, the Google Drive maintenance folder. Okay, and you can see the footer comes right up to the top of this here. Okay, that's how it works. All right, that's about it for this assignment in creating an e-portfolio. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.